There was a bright flash of light. Ace reflexively shut his eyes. Chilly wind brushed against his face. Shocked, he opened his eyes and looked around. It was midnight. The moon was in the middle of the night sky, lighting up the ground underneath. He was at the entrance of a graveyard, and it wasn't a modern one. The graves were made out of wood or blocks of stone. The wood was old and rotten. Some were even bent sideways. The stone was cracked in multiple places. The trees were skinny and had few branches. The wind wailed like ghosts. The only thing that moved were white figures. He focused on the closest one. Is that a skeleton? The skeleton was in the shape of a human. The only thing that remained was bone. It was slouched over and walked slowly, seemingly in no direction in particular. Ace tightened his grip on the warhammer and looked at his stats. They improved slightly since purchasing upgrades. Strength, 19. Agility, 17. Intelligence, 11. All of his stats improved by 1. Satisfaction filled him as he recalled all of his hard work. Clack, clack, clack. A noise distracted him. He unsummoned the hologram, only to notice a skeleton standing right in front of him. He took a step back in surprise. The skeleton noticed his movement and ran at him. Clack, clack, clack. The sound came from opening and closing its jaw. Ace staggered backwards. As the skeleton was about to ram into him, his boxing training saved him, and he braced for impact. The skeleton smashed into him as it swung its claws. Screech! The claws struck his armor. He was uninjured. Ace laughed. That's it? The weight of the skeleton was minuscule. It weighed at most 50 pounds in total. He wasn't even pushed back at all. Shoving his weapon forward, the skeleton fell to the ground. He raised the warhammer overhead. He smashed it down, straight into its chest. Bang! The bones shattered into fragments. The skeleton dissipated into motes of light. A one-hit kill. He raised the warhammer above him and laughed. These are easy. Next! Another skeleton made its way towards him. It was attracted by the noise of the previous battle. This time, Ace took the initiative. He rushed towards it as he swung his weapon. Bang! The skeleton was thrown to the side. It collapsed into pieces as it dissipated. Ace was filled with vigor. Next! All of his hesitation disappeared. He rushed into the graveyard, swinging left and right. Every swing of his weapon killed a skeleton. The sound of Ace's maniacal laughing filled the graveyard. His progress shot up. 10 out of 100. 25 out of 100. 54 out of 100. 100 out of 100. Not even an hour later, he was finished. The graveyard was now empty. The only sound remaining was the howling of the wind. He summoned his hologram. The button that said, Accept and Teleport, was now, Complete and Teleport. He pushed the button. There was another flash of light as he reappeared in his apartment. He looked around and couldn't find Vincent. Well, he should be done shortly. He took off the armor and sat down on the couch. An hour later, there was a flash of light as Vincent appeared. He wasn't wearing any armor. His clothes were damp, soaked by sweat. Ace laughed. What happened to the armor?
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.